We'll figure it out. We'll use the force.
All right, you guys. So today we are going to get a look at our Black Series 6-inch Finn in his first order disguise officer uniform. Very cool looking figure. This was one of the figures that I was very excited about when I first heard about it and saw the promotional photos of. So let's get a look at this guy. As always, we are going to get a look at the box. So let's do that here. And we have Finn in the box. Very, very cool. And I apologize for the glare there, guys. But cool. He comes with a couple of accessories, a weapon there, as well as the melee weapon there. Getting a look at the front of the box here, we have our Finn sketch there. So very, very cool. In his first order uniform, Star Wars logo at the top, information here on the side there. And then getting a look at the side, we have, of course, the information of the figure on the inside, and then, of course, the name shaded in large letters on the back. And then on the back of the box here, we have Finn and all of his information, a sketch of Finn. He is number 51 in the Black Series line. And if you want to take a look and read the information in regards to the disguise and all of that information, there it is, guys. Unless you want to stay spoiler free, you may not want to read that. But again, he is number 51 in the Black Series line. And of course, we are back around to the front of the box. So very, very cool. We're going to get this guy opened up and take a look at him and all of the articulation. So let's get that done. All right, you guys. So we have him out of the box. Very, very, very impressive figure. Lots of detail to this guy. Cool accessories with this guy, and we're going to get a look at all of those accessories here in just a moment. So let's get you guys a real close look at the figure itself. Very, very cool likeness to Boyega there. So very good with the face sculpts with Hasbro. I know they are using the new technology on their figures, so they're doing a very, very good job on these figures, as you guys can see. I love the material on this guy. I mean, absolutely cool. The rubber here is absolutely nice. The detail, the little pins or whatnot in the pocket. The hat is removable there, guys. So getting a look at a full look at the head sculpt. All right, so getting a look at the cap itself. Very, very cool. Has the flip up style to the back of the cap there. Just so you guys can see. So very, very cool. And then, of course, it has our first order symbol on the front there. So absolutely cool with this guy. And then, of course, he has his side weapon. And the weapon does go in there very, very nicely. And we are going to pose him with his weapon in just a moment. And then, of course, he comes with a second weapon, which is the melee weapon. I don't know the exact name for this weapon, but he does come with the melee weapon. He's probably going to see some action with this thing. So absolutely cool. And let's get a 360 look at the figure itself. Very good detail on this guy. There's little splits in between his uniform, his jacket there on the uniform. I'm not sure if that back is split. No, the back is not split, but there is a slight split on each side there. So very, very cool. And it's going to help you with your articulation, and we're going to get a look at that articulation right now. And bear in mind, I just pulled him out of the box, so he is going to be a bit stiff, but getting him moving forward with the knee. So you're going to get him up that high with the knee bend. So very, very cool. You're doing really well. And then going back again with your Black Series, you're always going to get the double joint. So you're always going to be pretty good going back, depending on if your figure has some kind of armor or something that's hampering that movement. But with this guy, you're doing really, really well with that. And then going out, the uniform does hamper him going out a bit, but you're still not too bad there. So pretty good there. And then again, on your ankle does have a rocker on it, so you will be able to adjust it as needed there, guys. So very cool. And then you got pretty good up there on the ankle, and then of course absolutely wonderful down on this figure. So very cool and typical for our Black Series figure. And then in your arm, you are going to get a pretty good bend in the elbow. As you can see, he can reach his cap and hold it, so you can have him hold his cap or tip his cap if you need him to do so. And then he stretches out really well, obviously. Going out to the side, very good. And then now there is he does have a little lip here on his jacket, so it is going to affect his arm going up. So you're not going to be able to it's going to be a little tough getting him to go straight up, but he will be able to raise his arm in that fashion, like that. So you're not doing too bad there. So you're pretty good. Yeah, he'll be able to raise his arm in that regard, but he's not going to go directly straight up there because of this little lip on his jacket, but that's just fine. In your wrist, you're going to get a little bit of action going back, a little bit going forward. Not as good as our Obi-Wan that we reviewed yesterday, but you still get a little bit of movement back and forth in the wrist, so not too bad. And then of course you get your 360 spin on the wrist, so you will be able to do very well there. And then in the articulation in the head here, guys, and then we put his arm down. So in our head area, you are going to get a pretty good swivel turn in the head area. And then of course he is going to look up a little bit for you. That's actually as far as up as he can look. And then your down motion is pretty good, actually. I really like the down on this guy because you can have him look straight at the ground. So again, there's your up motion, and then your down, which is really good. So there is a bit of a little nudge of a twist in the head there. I don't know if you can even tell, but he can move his head. You can adjust it a bit side to side, but not really a lot there, unfortunately. But otherwise, really good articulation in this guy. And of course, you have your thigh swivel, which is normal for your Black Series figures. So you do have all of that as well. And then, of course, the same thing here in the in the ab area. You get that going back, which is really good. So that's absolutely cool. And then of course going down, really good ab crunch going down as well. So you're going to get a lot of good posing ability with this guy because he is very articulated. So absolutely cool. And then again, to get a look at more of the detail here on his uniform, guys, you got the little band that's right there on the jacket there. I know it's a little blurry, but very cool attention to detail on this guy. So I absolutely love this figure, and I knew that I would from the moment that I saw it, and it did not disappoint. And then of course you have him in the officer's uniform, which is also a bonus, because what you can do with this figure, if you decide to army build with this figure, you can pop the head off of this guy and pop a different head on this guy. As a matter of fact, you have the resistant trooper, who is also a black figure. You can switch that head out and put it on this guy, and you have another first order officer to put with your army build. So that's absolutely cool. And then of course, don't forget, we are getting another first order officer with the combo pack with Admiral Ackbar. So very cool. Very good articulation on this guy. This is an absolutely awesome figure, but what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on this figure? Is this going to be a figure that you're going to be picking up and adding to your collection? Please put those comments down below, and please like and subscribe. And then of course, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost. May the Force be with you always.